Happy birthday, Edward James Olmos, who turns 75. The Latino Slant wanted to take a moment just to thank you for your amazing humanity and acting career. This is a clip from a recent interview that we did that Latino Slant produced with Robert Meyer Burnett and Midnight's Edge.
They wrote a script and they came to me and they asked if I would help them. And under my contract with Miami Vice, when I started with them at the very beginning, I wouldn't sign their contract. And I said, I can't really sign your contract because I'm working on the Ballad of Gregorio Cortez. I'm working on independent films. I really don't have the time to commit like this is what I told Botchko too. He wanted me on Hill Street, and he also wanted me in NYPD Blue. And I said, I can't really sign a 5-year contract exclusively with NBC or ABC or anybody. I just can't do that. I mean, but you can use me as a reoccurring role, and just don't make me sign an indefinite contract. And so I hung up the phone. Michael Mann called me, and he was the guy who called me originally. And after 5 phone calls, they finally gave me what I wanted, which was a non-exclusive contract, which is unheard of, and to this day it's still unheard of. And I had artistic control of my character.
Wow.
That is really, really, really something you don't get very often. And I had gotten, since I did Zoot Suit, from 78 forward, I always had artistic control, or else like in Wolfen or in Blade Runner or any of the films that I'd done after Zoot Suit, they would not have turned out the way that they turned out, because the directors that I was working with had to be secure enough to take on my suggestions of what I felt the character was like. And they usually do, but the final decision is usually left up to the director. In the case where I got to, I said, look, please, let me have my artistic control of my character, and I'll be more than happy to work with you. And so it went on like that. So by the time I hit in 87, 88, we were there at that level. So I told, with Miami Vice, I was there in 84. I told Michael Mann that, and he gave it to me. And
well, I have to say, there's a great interview with you online. I think it was for the American TV Masters. And you tell the story about the first day that you filmed as Castillo and having Don Johnson come through a door. And I have to say to everybody, if you're a fan of Mr. Edward James Olmos, you owe it to yourself to watch this interview with him, because he's very candid and he tells an incredible story that for Hollywood, to have this kind of creative control over a character is very unique. And by the way, sir, kudos to you, because by sticking to your guns, you created one of the most indelible characters in television history. So it just goes to show what you can do when you wield that power.
Well, Robert, when Tom and Ramon came to me and they said, we have to let's do this. And I said, well, great. And I could say yes. I was in the middle of the series. I mean, that was in 87 is when we started filming it. And the show went on to 89. So from 84 through 89, I did Mama Lucia, which was named Fortunate Pilgrim, with Sophia Loren. I did, of course, with Lou, I did the Stand and Deliver. And I did about 3 films during that period of time. While I was working on Miami Vice, I would go. All I needed to do is give them 60 days advance notice. I said, okay, that's great. That's 2 months. That's exactly what I need to prepare myself. So any movie that wants me, they can't have me for at least 2 months, and then we can go off and do it. And that's what happened. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful that I was able to achieve that privilege, because I like doing Miami Vice, but I could not have, man, if I had not done Stand and Deliver in my lifetime, I don't know. I got a feeling that I would have probably usurped my contract if I would have had one. That said I had to do that. It's assuming.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's Land. Yeah, but it's the unplugged version. I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Pollard, let's go.